Okay, I think I'm ready. Okay, so are we all set?
Ready to go.
Yep.
Yep.
Great. I'm nervous for some reason tonight. It's weird. My first game back after a couple of weeks being away at work, and like I'm all on edge. My first night playing. Okay, so you guys have been living your lives. I guess you all had a chance to read Elric's little adventure as he met up with some exotic woman somewhere, and then it was taken away from him. Sorry. Um, it's in this city of Missanthia right now. The seaside shores are picture a rocky, strewn landscape now with wind and waves crashing against the rocks, and it's raining out, and occasional big bolts of lightning. The townsfolk, usually a busy, hustling place, have pretty much retreated back into the darkness, into their sheltered homes, sorry, out of the darkened alleyways and the darkened street lights. There's not many people around. And you guys are all sitting in the tavern in which your patron has so uh, kindly provided for you guys if you've been in town. And in the last several days, you happened to meet up with Regan, who's actually joined through the adventures and the renown of all the other heroes and adventurers, has gotten pulled into the group mainly because of Rimald. Now, Rimald is a character who is your tavern. I'm just going to bring this up his picture here now. And where is he? So Rimaldo is your guys' patron, and Rimaldo specializes in fine antiques, I guess you can say, rare antiques. He tends to move things, and he does so quite efficiently. And you guys have all been, well, the other characters such as Alric and Gaius and Septimus, they have all been working with Alric, or sorry, with Rimaldo a few times now. And you guys are all in the tavern having drinks, and I'm going to start this off. I'm going to throw the ball right in your court now, Reagan. I want you to tell us a little history of as if you're introducing yourself to the group, to the party.
All right. So, as you can tell, I'm from Hyrcania. Um, Grew up with horses and bows. It's what I know. Um, but as nomadic as we are, I was a little more restless than everybody else. So as soon as I got the chance, I left Hyrcania because I wanted to see if I could make it outside of my homeland. So I've done a little bit of traveling around. Uh, Made it through. What country are we in? Sorry.
You guys are you're in Argos.
Okay. Um, yeah, so I went south um, through Katai around the Vili at Sea. Um, being on horses all my life, I'm not too comfortable on water, but just kind of made my way across, and that's how I ended up here. Kind of shooting my way across the land.
Well, you know, if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere.
So how about you guys? You guys introduce yourselves to her.
I'm Ulrich, a little bit on the younger and more scrawny side. Mostly harmless, actually. Actually, totally harmless. And I'm around here to help out with things, yeah, that require a little bit more stealth, maybe. I'm not much of a fighter, and I'm not looking for any fight or so. Actually, I'm never looking for any fight. Um, but I happen to be on off and on broke, or even very broke, totally broke. So I always need some gold. So um, I'm willing to do not everything, but nearly everything to get a little bit more gold. And currently, I'm nearly broke. So I'm eager to do something. Do you have anything in mind? We need some gold. And
Oh,
of course
I
you. Oh, sorry. Of course you hear I'm from the from your place out from the west, from my place here from the east. I'm from Kuraja. This is just in the middle between Argos and Hyrcania.
okay. I see where that is.
So I'm Gaius, and I'm a priest of Mitra, and I'm actually from Argos, though I spent most of my adult life in Aquilonia. I'm just down here again for to find a particular artifact that was lost.
Okay.
And then my name is Septimus. I am a mercenary originally from Gunderland, which is a province on the northern end of Aquilonia. So I'm almost from due north of Argos. And basically mustered out of the mercenary company that I used to be with. And I'm just trying to make it on my own. And not seeming to be able to keep coin in my pockets.
I know the feeling.
That always seems to be a problem.
It burns itself out of your pouch.
Just stop spinning it.
All right. So, outside, you can hear the rain crashing against the side of the building and an occasional thunder strike. You guys are all having a scattered drink or two with the other patrons of the bar, the tavern. And Romaldo comes down and he's looking kind of flustered and he's looking kind of, a little bit anxious. And he's drinking from a big goblet he has there, just like in the picture, and he has, he's pouring wine into it and he's chugging it back, and he kind of sits down at the table at you guys, and he's kind of very anxious, and he looks up and he's like, "It's a unnatural storm out tonight, isn't it?"
Well, I don't know if it's what kind of season do we have? Would this weather fit to this season?
It does. It's just it came on very suddenly, actually. No one was expecting it. you know, it was a clear night several hours ago, and all of a sudden the skies turned dark and the heavens open up with rain.
I can see how you feel about the unnaturalness. Yes, it's probably the best we stay indoors.
At least we're not slogging through the mud right now.
Or going into a smelly sewers again
Yeah, I was
and
going to mention
again.
the sewers seem to be our most frequent destination.
Well, you know, I think I'm getting a little old for this business, he says, as he kind of looks at everyone at the table, and he's like, I think I might have to soon retire from this. Whew. There's one more piece for my collection I really want to get.
Keep on talking.
Well, several days north of here, they there's these old temples, part of an old city that from back ancient days. Well, apparently, rumor has it that they uncovered some interesting artifacts from up there of significant value, I might ask. Something that brings you back to the days of Acheron. So, you know, I'd be kind of, if you guys want to go up and check that stuff out for me, I'd certainly be willing to, you know, share a little bit of the coin. This could be it for me. This will probably be my last. I can finally, and he takes another big drink of his wine, right? And he's getting kind of tipsy. His face gets kind of flushed, and yeah. I really think time for me to get out of this business. One last job.
Oh yeah, and it's probably as it is your last job. Of course, you will be most generous regarding the payment. Yes.
Yes, payment. Of course. I'm sure the money will be good. Depends on the value of the items that you find. I give you, you know, I can put you in maybe, 20% the value. That should do you guys quite right.
What particular item are you looking for?
Well, these items of the age gone by, I can look for anything. I'd take a jar with some sort of inscription on it, and I'll be happy. Worth a mint, they say.
Okay, so Acheronian artifacts.
Acheronian artifacts, yes.
And how far away is this site where they were found?
Several days. Looking at maybe 150 miles to the north.
Ooh.
About 5 days journey. Sorry, yeah, about 5 days journey to the north.
And do you know of anyone else already at work there?
Well, the rumors are just getting back to me now. I don't suspect anyone else is going up there quite yet, but that's those young lords, as we call them. They seem to be flocking in that direction for some strange reason. I hope it's not. It all seemed to start at around the same time that these ruins were open up.
Are the directions to this place pretty clear, or are we going to have to do some pathfinding to find it?
Relatively pretty clear. The ruins have been well known about for ages. Just nothing has been anything has been of interest up there. It just seems like some farmer's kid now, or some shepherd boy, fell into a hole, and when they pulled him up, the rumor has it they found a room just filled with nothing but objects of gold. It's an amazing sight from what I've been told. I paid good money for it too, so I think it to be true.
Well, I think it sounds interesting.
Yeah, I'm willing to go.
Okay, let's go. We need some equipment, and it's probably a thing going underground again. So let's get our gear together and meet up in what time of the day do we have? Evening?
Right now it's late at night, roughly 1 a.m. in the morning.
Hmm, yeah. Hmm. How about we start out at noon or so? I'm not an early riser.
Well, we do want to get a jump on anybody else that's going there.
Right. I would leave now, except like we need like a wagon or something.
Or some pack animals at least.
I have a donkey. Do you think we could easily buy a riding horse so we could use the donkey to carry stuff?
Yeah, I have a horse.
As do I. I've got my own horse as well.
Let me see if I have a horse. I don't know actually. Where would this be? On the equipment?
It should be
Oh
in
yeah,
your.
Page 137, 138 in the book.
I do have a riding horse. Yes.
So I guess I'm gonna head out and buy a riding horse and like a wagon to hitch him to.
But there's none of that stuff available this time of night. You might as well wait till the morning.
Do we really need a wagon at night? Yes.
We'll be quicker just on horses.
Probably. And 150 miles on the way, we probably come through several villages and so on. And at least buying a wagon or borrowing it would be an opportunity on our way. We don't need to go all the way using a wagon.
As you guys are talking, you hear a loud crash on the outside, and you can hear a large wave beat against the rocks. The wind is howling now. The storm is obviously picking up.
You know what? It looks like Miss Santia is going to drown. So let's leave right now. Those poor people.
I'm fine with leaving now, but the donkey is really slow.
Romaldo kind of looks at you guys. Guys, it's look at the weather outside. It's raining enough to fill Mitra's bowl, as they say. Guys, just take it easy for the night.
You know, Romaldo, you may be right. I mean, if it's this bad, nobody else is going to get a good jump on us either. And if Gaius needs to purchase a horse anyway,
it's very wise. Oh yes, of course. And as you suggest, you're paying another round. Yes.
Of course I'm paying.
Very good.
I own this place. Of course I'll pay.
Very good. Yeah, then let's relax, people. Yeah.
Okay, so he is going to indulge you guys in whatever manner of beverages and food that you guys would like. Do either of you want to have more than just one drink?
Oh, absolutely. Open bar, of course.
All right, so he kind of looks at you guys. He looks at you around the table, and he's obviously very sloshed now, and he can barely keep his head up. And he's like, "The finest wine for my men here," he says. "Great adventurers, brought me great wealth. They have, and also my newest associate, Regan, woman of Hacania." He's slurring now. He's getting almost kind of unruly in his speech and stuff. So he starts pouring out the drinks of wine and other beverages. Septimus, I'll start with you because I know you enjoy a good drink.
To excess.
To excess. Okay. So I'm going to say that you're having more than uh, three.
That's a safe assumption.
Okay.
The way I see it, we've got a long ride ahead of us, plenty of time to sober up.
Okay, perfect. Gaius, what about you?
I'll have 3.
You're having three as well. Elric.
Um, I don't drink that much, but the most expensive stuff, of course. So I'm about, let me have 2 drinks, but the most expensive one I can get.
You say you're having 2 drinks?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. And what about you, Regan?
Uh, well, being a young woman who's traveled alone, Regan is really not much into drinking because she's got to keep her wits about her, so she'll probably just nurse the 1 drink.
Very smart.
All right. Okay, so before anyone changes their mind, Septimus, I'm going to ask you to make a D3 resistance roll, please.
Failed by 2.
Failed by 2. Okay. Gaius, I'm going to ask you to do the same thing.
Ruh-roh, complication.
Complication. All right. You seem to have drank more than what you were expecting to drink. So I'm not going to take any doom. Oh, speaking of which, I got to put doom in the doom pile. Okay, so I got, let's see.
I have 3 fortune points.
Three. What about you, Elric? You got 3 as well, right?
Yeah. Oh, I see you there. I have to reset this one. Yeah.
So that's 9, 10, 11. I got 11 total. Okay. Elric, you need to make a D2 resistance roll, please.
All right. Resistance.
These them strong drinks.
Okay. We don't have any momentum left, I suppose. So, yeah, make a roll. I can reroll 1 die. Actually, I could reroll more dice, but I reroll 1 die. So that would be getting back into fantasy grounds again. I have to enter -1 to
That's
get.
correct, yep.
Yeah. Okay. So that's 2 successes.
Okay.
Holds his liquor well.
Not too bad for a skinny guy, huh?
Yeah, that's basically the thing that keeps me skinny,
Okay. And the last but not least, Regan, you have a difficulty 0 resistance roll. So you can choose to roll and try to get momentum, or you can just take the pass.
I guess I'll roll.
Okay. So now to show you how to use this, if you go over to your character page, you can, on your skills, you can scroll down, up and down, and you can see all your different skills. And you can find resistance there. And if you click on the little phoenix symbol, that'll roll your dice for you.
I'm not seeing it on here.
Go to your character on your More Core tab. On the right hand side, you'll see all the little gray tabs.
Yep.
So you click on the More Core. That's on the very top.
Right.
and then you'll see 6 columns. One there says skills.
Oh, okay. There it is.
Yep.
Ah, there's a scroll bar.
You can mouse wheel up and down too.
Okay, there we go. Oh my gosh.
You're not
Oh,
a virgin anymore. Well done. You got a momentum.
so she got a momentum, but she did get a little bit of a buzz on the one that she was nursing. Okay.
Yeah, it tastes different from horse milk, does it?
Ah, it's a little red in the face right now.
So now here comes the fun part.
Why do I feel a bar brawl coming?
So you guys have been drinking throughout the night, and Rimald is acting kind of strange. He's not his normal self. He seems quite content on talking about um, retiring and getting out of the business. He's getting too old for all this stuff. His friend from the one that you rescued from the king's dungeon several weeks ago now was that whole event got him thinking about how his life, what his life is and stuff. So he seems very reflective for some reason, very anxious. So this is a top-down version of the tavern that you guys are in. I'm just gonna open it right up.
But we are not yet placed there.
That's correct.
Okay.
So you guys have been drinking for the whole night, and finally you decide to bed down for the evening. You can't drink anymore. So you guys decide to crawl into bed, into your rooms, and I'm gonna drag each of you guys. Why am I getting an error? So you each see yourselves on the map.
Hmm.
You guys can drag yourselves to any of the rooms that you would like around the edge of the map. It's entirely up to you guys which room you guys want to go into.
There are rooms all around the tavern, yes?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And what's on the south side?
The south side is the area where Rimaldo's main office is for his little shopkeep, or is one of his little storage rooms, and his room is also down in that area as well.
And where's the kitchen?
The kitchen's in the main section there,
It's actually right in the upper right corner of the
upper right-hand corner.
Here. Okay. The shortest way to the kitchen would be this room, yes?
Yep, that's correct.
Okay, I take that.
I swear you have a tapeworm.
That's all he does is eat.
I don't know. I eat and eat and eat, and I don't know where it ends up.
So it doesn't take long for you guys to fall asleep into a somewhat of a fitful sleep, I guess you can say. The wine and the rum and all that stuff is kind of helping you relax a bit, ignoring the crashing and the storm outside, and the beds are nice and warm and they're clean, and it's not, you got down pillows. Like, this is obviously very luxurious type of rooms that Rimaldo's able to supply for you guys. But the booze finally kicks in. Okay, so in the order of who passed and who didn't, I'm going to start with, the one who drank the most, actually. It's going to be Gaius. Gaius, I would like for you to make a. You're trying to sleep, just starting to fall asleep, and you're getting kind of groggy. Can you make a D3 observation test, please?
Objectively speaking, no, I can't do that. But I can certainly roll the dice.
Absolutely.
And there they are.
Oh, there we go. So you didn't get it. Okay, Septimus, you need to make a D2 observation check.
Sawn logs.
You don't have anything either. And it looks like Reagan needs to make a difficulty 1 observation check.
We'll see how this goes.
Oh
my gosh!
I am enjoying. This is going to be a great night for everybody. So I will take the doom on this one. I'll bring that doom right into there. And Elric, you need to... Hold on, I got to roll something first.
By the way, did you say your name was Marie?
Mary.
Mary, just wanted to say welcome to the group.
Oh, thank you.
Now, my character's going to give you all kinds of shit because you're a barbarian from Hagania, but...
Okay, so let's see here. Let me see. I'm going to spend a doom to roll an extra dice. Okay, Elric, you need to make a... This is a struggle. So
Okay.
I got 1 momentum.
Okay, let's see what I
And for
get.
you, it's a D1.
Okay, we don't have any momentum left, I suppose.
No, none whatsoever.
Okay, how many doom points? Oh, whoa. But this is maybe important. So yeah, take one additional doom for a third die. Yeah. So up the observation. One. Okay. Oh, looks good. Looks like I got 1 momentum.
Okay, so it's 1 momentum versus 1 momentum, and I think I'll use that 1 momentum, that 1 doom that you gave me to break the tie in my favor.
Okay.
But Elric, I will say this. Although you didn't quite notice anything off the bat that could have alerted you to trouble, you do get a sense of foreboding, I guess you can say. And I'm just looking for my NPCs. because you get an image in your head as you think you're kind of dreaming. You're not exactly sure, but you see this. Wait, no. It's not why it's not coming up. Maybe you're dreaming, you're not really sure, but at the foot of your bed in the dark corner of the room, you seem to catch an outline of a figure with a long, glinty dagger pointing
Um,
towards you.
am I awake or is it really a dream?
You are awake. So
Okay.
I'm going to put that right there. That was a roll for stealth. Everybody else, although kind of wakes up feeling like something's wrong, they are obviously going to be ambushed or attacked or beset upon by these individuals.
Okay. So, wow.
So, Frank, I'm going to. You failed your roll, so they are going to get to go first for the ambush. So I'm going to have number one go first. So she's going to look at you and she's going to try to make a D0 exploit action. And she gets 1, so that's a pass. And I'm going to spend... Oh, I'm not going to do anything else. So that's 1. You guys can't see it, but every time I click on something on the map, I keep getting an error for some reason. And I don't know why. Something has happened.
Well, I just did I don't know if you had to do one, but I did an update, and there were some errors on that update that I got.
Oh, really? Now,
Yeah, I think mine.
did you... Sorry, what did you say, Mary?
I think mine had the same thing.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, the errors weren't when I was doing the update, but it was when I tried to log into the game. There was a text file that spit out like 6 lines of error code.
That's very odd. I wonder if, something needs to be fixed.
Did you do an update recently as well? Maybe you need to update things?
I did. No, that was a couple of days ago. I didn't see any update needed today, but who knows? All right, so assassin number 1 does a exploit action, and it's going to move in next to Elric, and to spend Doom as a fortune, it cost me what? Is it 3 Doom to spend it as a fortune?
3 points. If it's a Nemesis character. you can do this. If it's an elite character, you can't do that. But you could do a swift action for 2 points, but it will raise the difficulty by 1.
Oh, okay, I'll do that. So I will get my map here. So Doom Pit. I'm gonna do a swift action. You are asleep, so it's gonna be okay. So
I thought I was awake.
no, you're kind of just waking up, right? So
Okay.
To simulate this the best way I can, you're kind of groggy and you're also, but you're not hungover. So is it? Sorry, so it's going to be a D2. So I'm going to spend 1 extra doom to make an attack. So that's 3 dice, and I'm looking for 10s and 1s. So I got a hit.
Okay. Yeah, of course, I'd like to try to dodge it.
Yep.
And as I don't have any weapon ready, I need to do it using my acrobatics. I have the talent to do defense against melee attacks using acrobatics. But you get another doom for that, of course, because it's a defense. So I have to pay 1 doom. Oh no, wait. This talent actually allows me to save 1 doom. That's a good thing. So you have a success, and I need to make a D2, yes?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, take 1 doom anyway that I get 3 dice, you know. D2 is hard to get. Damn it. So, you know, we just wanted to sleep off our drink a little bit. So D2, sorry. Let's roll it. And I can reroll 1 of those dice.
Okay.
So rerolling 1. That's under my focus. So I have a success with 1 momentum.
Okay. So as you catch the glint just in time, and the dagger plunges deep down into the pillowcase that you were just laying on, and feathers fluff and puff go everywhere, and you kind of roll off to the side just in time to avoid the strike. So I'm gonna go to number 2. Where's number 2?
And the momentum is in the group pool now.
Yep, I just put it in there.
Okay.
So Septimus, you kind of wake up yourself because you are drunk. They are going to have to pay their. They're not going to roll to try to get their 0 on their exploit action. They are going to pay 2 doom, and they're going to try to attack you. As this one pops out of the corner towards you. So this is a D2. And that is a miss. And Gaius is the same thing there for you as well. And I'm going to spend the 2 to get the action and 1 more to get the extra dice. So I'm burning through my doom pretty quick here. So I'm rolling 3 D20. And I got 1 success. So that's a miss. These are very incompetent assassins, apparently.
Overeager.
Overeager, yep.
Walmart version.
And okay, so that's that. Regan, you wake up and you can hear the bustle and the commotion taking place in the other room. You hear like a thunk and a crash. What would you like to do? There's nobody in your room.
Alright, I'm gonna reach under my pillow, pull out my knife
Okay.
and kind of glance out into the hallway. Just open the door a bit and look out. Make sure there's nobody there.
All right. We're going to make a struggle here, so you go ahead and roll your observation.
Roll which one?
Your observation skill. So we're going to,
Observation?
yeah, there's going to be a roll off here now. So you got 1 success, and I got I got a success with a momentum. So you don't see anything.
Oh. So I'll go out into the hallway. Then I will head over to Gaius' room and open the door if it's not locked.
All right. Well, first of all, Gaius, did you lock the door in your room?
I barred it with a bar.
Oh boy.
All right. Okay. So who here would like to go next?
I'll go. I'll go.
All right. So because you guys have been drinking, everything that you are doing is going to be, instead of the normal D1, it's going to be a D2 because you're all kind of hungover.
Okay. So I start screaming holy terror at the guy, telling him about Mitra and how he's going to hell and all this different stuff.
All right. Well, you know what to do.
Are all the assassins female?
The one that's in your room is, yes.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and spend a doom.
Okay.
So looks like I got a hit with two momentum.
Okay. So you're screaming holy terror.
And I'm holding a blanket between us.
So what is it you were hoping to accomplish with this?
Well, I'm trying to do a mental attack on this person. So I'm hoping they go away.
Okay, so let's see. So to resist that is willpower. So 8 or less. Oh gosh.
Yay.
Roll your damage.
One, two, three, four, 5.
5 and stun 1, yes.
So 5 and stun 1. All right, so that one is stunned.
You could buy it off by paying 1 doom if you want.
The blast that you give certainly shocks the assassin to just pausing for a second, like, holy crap, like, who is this person holding the sheet up yelling at me? You know, completely crazy.
Completely.
And you've obviously shaken the assassin more than expected, than what
Take
they
a
were
minor
expecting.
action to unbar my door.
Okay. Who wants to go next?
Well, Septimus is probably, as you saw, I just rolled an insight roll just to see whether or not I would think to grab for my short sword, which I assume would be near the head of the bed there.
Okay.
Which I do. So I rather than launching myself at her, I'll grab the short sword and try to thrust it into her stomach.
All right, so it's a D2 for you because of your drunkenness.
And do we have? There is no momentum, I assume.
There is 1 momentum in the pool.
Yeah, take it.
I will use that momentum to give me 2 additional dice.
Wow. Okay.
So that generates another momentum. Is she going to try to parry?
She is going to try and parry, so I got to spend the doom to do that. So you got out of 2. You need.
I got a success with 1 momentum, so she just needs 2 momentum.
2 momentum. All right, let's see. Combat. Tens and ones. I don't like these numbers. You fail completely and you strike.
Can you reroll damage dice?
I certainly can. 5. So I've got 2 dice I can reroll.
Okay. Gross.
Nice.
So that's 2,
Hey, hey,
3,
hey.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Roll on your the hit table.
Location?
Location.
Yes.
Yep.
How much does it cost to do a call shot? Is that 2 momentum?
It's 2. Yep.
Do they wear armor actually? Because it doesn't.
We're about to find out.
You could invest the momentum for armor piercing.
Where is the table to roll on?
I'll share it to the main window here.
Wow, that's a cool little table.
Yeah, I still don't see that.
On your chat window?
Yeah, the shield on the side.
Just click on the shield in your chat window.
Oh, gotcha. My bad. Left arm.
All right, so how much damage did you do? You did 8, did you?
Yeah. 8 bigger.
All right, so some of it goes into, oh my God, 8. Are you joking me right now?
And you still have 1 momentum. You could put it into damage or into piercing.
One point of the damage is absorbed by the leather in her armor on her arm. So you've done 7.
And I've only got 1 momentum left. I think I'll just put that in the pool.
All right, so you do 1 wound.
By the way, Septimus is absolutely butt-ass naked, too, by the way.
Oh, gosh, what an image. All right, Alric.
All right, so the one who tried to stab me, I do a threaten attack against her. Tell her, that was sloppy. Do you really want to know how it's done right? I'll show you. Let's see how she likes it.
Elric's biggest tactic for killing bad people is talking them to death. He's really good at it. He's almost as good as the priest.
Yeah, only almost.
Almost.
And we still have one momentum left in the pool, so I take that one for a third die.
Okay.
So let's see. This is a persuade attack. Oh well, one success. So
I am going to try and parry that. So that's going to cost me 1.
yep.
Tens and ones. I got 1 success, so that ties yours. I'm not going to spend the doom to break it, so you get it.
Okay, that's my steely glare damage. I make the roll. Oh well, that's only one. Yeah, that's only 1 point of resolve damage. Oh well, you cannot have everything.
She looks at you and kind of scoffs in your direction, like, "Who is this guy?"
Yeah, she will get to know me soon.
Okay, so this is the next round. The last piece of momentum is gone. I'm going to... Okay, who wants to go first?
Did you say you unblocked the door?
I did.
Okay. So I'll like shove my way into Gaius's.
Okay.
That's good because I'm totally defenseless.
And I will see the assassin,
You
I
do?
guess, in the corner.
Yep.
All right. And I guess I'll take a swing at her with my Yuechi knife.
Well, because you nursed whatever particular drink that you were drinking, it is also difficult for you. So you need to beat is a D2 for you.
Oh, whoops. Sorry. Wait, which one do I need to roll? Sorry.
Okay, so just a quick lesson in Fantasy Grounds. If you want to add dice to your dice roll, say extra D20s or take away D20s, down in the bottom left-hand corner, you'll see a little sword and shield icon with a word modifier on it.
Yep.
If you click on that, you can type in, you want to add a dice, you can put 1 there or 2 dice or whatever. And so when you go to click on your roll, it'll automatically add to it.
Oh, okay.
That'll just so you know, right? So for you, you need to make a melee attack.
Oh.
That's about as good a damage as you can do with a knife, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And this one has intense. So
Oh, wait. Did that roll twice?
Yeah, I think you double clicked.
Oops. Sorry.
That's all right. We'll take your first roll. So you miss. You need to get a 2.
2.
2 successes. You only got 1.
Oh, well. Okay. So, can I do anything else, or is that...
You moved in. That was your free action. Or your minor action. You have a free action left, actually. You can do a... I don't think there's anything really else you can do in there right now.
Okay. At this point, I'll just wait. See what the assassin...
Okay. Gaius. Or, sorry,
Okay.
whoever wants to go next.
I'll go ahead and go. I'm gonna pick up a object off a table or something and throw it at her.
Okay. You go right ahead.
And I'll spend a doom on it.
See, I spent most of my doom already this game. You guys are pretty good.
Look at that.
Oh, nice.
So it's a okay. So it's a
Since they
D2.
improvised that.
So it is a hit with 1 success, and it is
She should,
improvised.
she should spend that doom and dodge.
No, I'm not gonna spend the doom.
Cool. I have no idea what the damage of a random object is.
I think it's just 2 CD.
Two dice, yes. Two dice plus your, if you throw it, plus your awareness bonus. What's your awareness?
Awareness. Sorry.
Yeah, my awareness is 8, so nothing.
So no bonus, no. But
I
at
did
least
one.
1 point.
I did a point of damage that
Yeah.
bounced off her clothing or whatever, so.
Oh, and it has
yeah.
stun too. Improvised
So
weapons have stun.
Yeah.
Sweet.
At least it shocked her.
Oh, very nice.
So I'm gonna get you to roll your on the hit location first. Okay, so the jug shatters off her shoulder and on her arm, and the wine that was in it, or was it wine? Maybe it was the chamber pot. I don't know. Splashes up into her face and completely catches her off guard because she's still stunned from the previous round.
There's more where that came from.
Okay, who wants to go next?
Did we add the momentum to the momentum
Oh,
pool?
how many momentum did he get? I wasn't.
Just 1.
We'll put that in there. All right, who's next?
Alric, you want to go first this time?
Okay, yeah. Let me try a thing. I'd actually like to make a kind of exploit action first
Okay.
by simply throwing my blanket over her head. What skill would you use for that exploit?
That's a good question. You're going to throw a blanket over her head?
Yes, of course.
I just want to make sure, because sometimes I could expect you to say you're going to throw it over your head and go boo. But
Oh no, I'm not a priest.
okay.
Could you just do ranged weapons?
Yeah, just do ranged is the easiest thing.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not that good at ranged weapons actually. Let me see.
Do you have the bullfighting skill?
No, what? No.
I'm definitely saving up for that.
Bullfighting?
it's-
That'd be perfect for this case.
But it's a D1 exploit action, so and we still have some momentum left. So I take that one momentum for another die.
Okay.
So add 1.
So you're taking that momentum.
Yeah, and let's see how it turns out. Yeah, it seems like the blanket simply dropped somewhere. Damn it, I'm not that good at ranged weapons. But nevertheless, yeah, I still have my minor action, and you know what? How high is this room here to the ground?
It's on the ground floor.
You know what? I jump out of the window.
All right.
Would that
use
require
your retaliate?
That will
action.
require a roll, yes.
Yes,
So
yeah.
that'd be a standard action.
Yeah. So you're not going to be able to do it unless you want to spend.
Ah, okay. That I would yeah. If do I need to roll for jumping out of that? Okay, then I simply.
This is what happens when you drink. See, never a good idea to drink. I said, "You guys want to
Yeah,
drink?"
but
We want to drink.
I kept my liquor actually. I'm the only one. But okay, let's. I use my minor action to draw then my dagger. Okay, I'm ready with my dagger. That's all I do. Okay.
All right. Septimus, you're last.
And so there's no momentum, but that's quite all right.
Yep.
I imagine it's pretty gloomy. The candle in the room has kind of died down, so
That's right.
I can probably not see her features very well. So I probably mumble something in a very dry mouth, Wench, I always pay the madam before I go into a flesh house. I don't know what this beef is all about. And I take another crack at her.
All right. Well, she's obviously struck in the arm from the last shot, and her arm seems kind of crippled. You go ahead.
So just barely. That's a success, though. Is she going to try to parry that?
I think she is going to try. So she is wounded. So it's going to be a D2 for her, and she's only going to roll 2 dice. Her skills are 10s and 1s. So let's go. You hit with
No,
you hit.
no momentum.
No momentum.
He needed a 2. Yeah.
Yep.
But at least it's a hit. Wow.
And I can re-roll 3 of those.
You don't need to.
Gotcha.
How would you like to?
Well, like I originally said, I'll kind of grab her around the back of her neck and pull her in for an embrace to get a better look in the with my bleary eyes, and slide the short sword into her stomach.
Okay. So as you do that, she coughs up blood into your face, and she says, mumbles underneath her breath, "I'll see you in hell." And she slumps and falls forward onto the sword.
I said I've already been there, and wipe the blood off, and then use my minor action to rush out of my room.
Okay.
Into the hallway, listening for other sounds of scuffle.
Okay, I need you to make an observation check, please. Is it? Ooh.
Somebody's going in the wrong room.
I will take that. Doom. Okay. Perfect, thank you. Okay, so right off the get-go, we'll start with on the left side with Gaius and Regan. Regan, when you ran into the hallway and did a quick look around and then ran into Gaius's room, you failed to notice in the shadows another figure standing behind you, or in the hallway itself, and that person appears suddenly behind you.
Oh boy.
And that person is going to attack. First of all,
the lovely lookout.
it's going to, let's see. I'm just going to do it's a D0. Is a D0 roll, a difficulty 0 action, a standard action? If you're not rolling dice?
Only if you make a roll. If you forgo the roll, you still succeed, which gives you, if it's an exploit action, some piercing quality. But you don't. You have a free action then.
Okay, so this guy is going to do the free action as the exploit action, and is going to stab at Regan. And I'm going to spend a doom to roll 3 dice. 10s and 1s I'm looking for. And I got 2 successes.
So hit with 1 momentum. Yes?
Hit with 1 momentum, yep. Would you like to try and parry that?
Yeah. I guess.
It's a good idea. Yeah. What kind of weapon do you have?
I've got a Yuechi knife.
That doesn't have the parrying quality, I think.
Yeah, so it's going to cost you a doom if you want to try and parry.
Spend it.
Yeah, I'll spend it.
All right. So, do you want to add any extra dice to your roll?
That's gonna be more Doom, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, spend it.
Yeah.
Because someone's about to try to stab you in the back, it could possibly be a bad thing.
That is true. Yeah,
Give all the doom you need.
Take at least an additional die. At least one.
yeah, I'll take an additional die.
All right, so put a 1 down in your modifier down below
Okay.
and click on your parry skill.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you are hit.
Why can't I get these rolls in D&D?
Oh, wow. Okay, I wasn't expecting anyone to actually hit. This is fantastic. Okay, so this thing here is... let me bring up the dice type. That was number 4. And of course, I don't have that particular weapon in there. Hold on.
Yeah, and due to the exploit, it will activate any unforgiving quality and gives you piercing 2. That could hurt now.
For some reason, I did not write down the weapon.
What are they using? A normal dagger or something else?
It's something special.
Ooh.
Something with a purpose. Let's see. Oh, that's because they come with any knife. All right, so this thing here will be a let's see, items. It's a Zalabar knife is what it is.
Ooh.
And it has persistence 1. So it's 4 dice of damage. And I got 3 damage. And I got 2 effects. So 5 total. And it is...
Each effect gives you 2 points of damage because it's unforgiving 2. That makes it 9 damage with piercing 2 and persistence. How much persistence? And persistence 2 now because of 2 effects. That's a very dangerous attack now.
So, yeah, Regan, welcome to the party, by the way. So you got struck in the back. First of all, you've been poisoned. You can spend 2 doom to ignore the persistence effect.
You should do that.
Yeah,
yes.
I think I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so I will take the doom. Now you have no armor on. So you take 9 points of vigor damage.
Oh, that's good.
How much vigor do you have usually?
11.
Very good. That's only one
At
wound.
least you're tough. Jeez.
So on your character page, on the first page, on the Moracore page,
Uh-huh.
top right hand corner in the combat tracker,
Yep.
you can change the numbers now on your right hand side. There you go.
Oops. There we go.
Oh wow! And you've taken 1 wound.
And that makes every physical action by 1 step harder.
Wait, so it has 5 in there. Do I put it down to 4?
Yes, please. Yep.
Okay. All right.
Assassin 3, the one that has been scared to death and a little bit nervous, is going to spend 2 doom. And Gaius, you hear a slight muffle and a sickening slicing sound come from behind you, obviously, and you are able to see Regan reel in pain as the daggers, kind of sticking out of her upper left shoulder. But for that 1 split second of distraction, the one that was standing in front of you by the window drops like some sort of flashbang type flash powder. Poof! Smoke kind of fills up and vanishes altogether and disappears.
I was gonna have a talk with her.
And now Septimus.
Oh, lovely.
You stepped out pretty much into the same type of situation. Apparently someone's waiting outside the door waiting to attack you. You did not see the attack coming. So they are going to get their exploit action for free. They're going to spend a doom to get 1 attack or 1 extra dice. And they're going to attack your naked ass.
Do I have a chance to parry or no? That doesn't sound like it.
No, you do. And they only got 1 just to hit.
Just a hit. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to... Is there any momentum?
There is none in the pool.
Well, the short sword has the parry quality, and I've also got the deflection skill, so I will go ahead and attempt to parry.
All right. So it doesn't cost you anything to parry. Okay. That was a success.
Yeah, I assume it's still a D2, so it's straight up, it's a tie.
Yeah, that's correct. And that would be, yeah, I'm not going to spend anything to break it.
So that means I do parry it?
You do parry it.
Which means I can now give you 1 doom and do a riposte.
Oh, yes.
Son of a bitch. This thing. This reposting skill. So overpowered. You and your swords and daggers and axes. All the weapons in this game are totally
well, when you lose them, I mean, you need to have plenty around.
Use them when you can.
The only other weapon I have is uncovered at the moment. So All right, so I'm going to attempt to repose.
Okay.
Barely
Oh,
made
yeah.
it with no momentum, but I did get a success.
Okay.
So I can re-roll 2 of those.
Seven.
So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So that was enough to cause a wound. Oh, a hit location.
Hit location, please. Going for the left arm again.
Okay, so 6 points total.
Coming through, yes.
Wow. Okay. Assassin number 1 is gone. Oh, I deleted the wrong one. Shoot.
Oh, and as my free action, I would like to. Oh no, it's not my turn yet. Sorry, my bad.
All right, so this is the start of round 3.
Oh, the one in front of me disappeared?
I ended up deleting that one by accident, it appears.
Oh, okay.
And the one in front of Gaius, is that one dead?
Why is this going on? This is so wrong right now.
He's teleporting.
Yeah, it's all just one assassin that's just bouncing from room to room.
Oh, that's a good idea. We'll try this again. So, the one that stabbed you in the back is over there. And the one that's in the room is there. Okay. Now we're good.
And the one in front of Gaius?
That one there is there. That's the one that just stabbed Regan in the back.
Oh, I thought that. Oh, the original one that attacked Gaius is dead.
It vanished.
Vanished.
It threw down the smoke bomb and disappeared.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that.
What I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to, before anyone goes, I'm going to spend a doom, and the one that was directly behind Septimus also throws down, is bleeding heavily, throws a flashbang type of device down at her feet, and she also disappears.
Interesting.
And that's going to cost me 2 doom to do that. There we go. So that was number 4. Okay, so who wants to go first?
How is the Doom at the moment? Oh, looks good. Yeah, let me do a thing with the one in my room.
Okay.
Yeah, she actually looked a little bit less impressed than I was wished for. So I actually have now to stab her a little bit because, you cannot make a threaten attack without following through. So I'm going to stab her with my knife, my dagger. Sorry.
Yep.
And you know what? Take another doom so that I get a 3rd die.
So it's a D2. It's going to be a D2 action for you.
Why?
Because you're still slightly under the influence.
I wasn't a moment ago. I'm not the one who's drunk.
Oh, no, you're sorry. No, you're right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, and as it is a hidden weapon, I can attack using my stealth. So, that's a success with 2 momentum.
Okay, so she's going to try to parry that.
Okay.
And I'm going to take a doom. Oh, what weapon are you? You got to reach 1, right?
Yeah, reform dagger.
So
Yeah.
this thing is a reach 2.
Ah, okay. Then it's actually a hit with only one momentum.
Okay. So I'm going to spend the 1. They give me 3 dice, 10s and 1s, and I got...
Well, a complication.
She's actually the ferocity of your attack, follow that, which was preset by the lackluster scare tactic, completely caught her off guard, and I'm gonna give her the. You're gonna get a free exploit attack on her.
Uh, Afterwards, or right now.
Right now, the one that you're attacking right now, it's
Okay.
going to be the same as you just shocked her all together.
Okay, very good. She's probably shocked that I actually tried to follow through because I didn't look like I would do that. So, my melee damage, let's see. This is my melee damage roll. I have one momentum left. Yeah, yeah, I spend it to reroll 2 dice. I only I take those dice. Yeah. So that makes it 1, 2, 3, 4. And as an exploit action, it's unforgiving, so 5, 6 points of damage. Hit location table was this one here. Rolling on that. Yeah. So I pinned her leg, or maybe her foot actually, to the floor. Let's see how she likes it. It's 6 points of damage to the left leg.
It bites in deep and enough to cause a wound.
All right, looks fine. And I think I leave it at that. Let's see how she likes it. Next one.
Okay, just 1 second.
So, are we ready for somebody else to go?
Yes, we are. Yep.
Okay, well, I'm going to walk up to the door and, proclaim that I'm under the protection of Mitra and they need to be gone. And do my Steely Glare.
You can go right ahead.
I will spend a doom.
And I will gladly take it.
That's a attack, a success with 2 momentum.
All right, I'm going to try to resist that. Nines and 1s. This is brutal. No successes.
Yeah, typical priest. They always make you feel bad.
Holy crap.
6 damage.
But no stun effect, sadly.
No, darn it.
But you have momentum. You could reroll at least the 2 dice without any damage.
That sounds good. I'll do that.
That only costs 1 momentum. And there's your stun.
And so 9 damage. And it's done.
Completely catching off guard, shakes the assassin to its core, obviously rattled. Hands come off the dagger, kind of steps back, completely. You got it. You got it good.
So 1 or 2 trauma?
1 trauma.
Okay. And is this a female assassin too?
Yes.
Yeah, the old seduction skills of the Mitra priest, you know.
Well, maybe the fact that you're running around naked, yelling at someone, that'll startle anyone.
Holding the sheet.
Holding a sheet.
Protect my modesty and theirs.
Man, it's funny. This is the first time we had a girl join us at our table, and the first game that we got people running around naked, and all the guys running around naked. It's absolutely disturbing.
Sorry.
Does not anyone wear underwear when they sleep anywhere? Like the pajamas? Does that not exist in this world?
Wasn't that in like 1882 or something?
You know, I was actually thinking about a nightgown. You know, I'm from a civilized city.
I was just drunk. I just went to sleep, man.
Oh my! All right, so well done there. Who is next?
Oh. Am I able to do anything?
Oh yeah, you can certainly react. You are wounded now, so it's going to be a D2 for you to do anything. Oh, going forward, it's now the effects of all the drinking is completely worn off going forward. So we're back to normal here now. Except for the wounds.
All right. Well, I guess I'll go for it. I'll swing my knife
Okay.
at the assassin and see if I can hit her.
All right. So it's a D2 for you. So if you want to roll some extra dice, feel free to buy it with Doom.
Yeah, I'll add a die.
Okay.
Do I not have a momentum left in the pool?
Oh yes, you did.
Yeah, just spend the momentum.
Take that on top of that. Roll 4 dice.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I'll take the...
No problem. So you can put a 2 in that modifier box now, and it should work for you fine.
Get your revenge.
Do it.
Oh well.
So it's a hit with 1 success.
Hit with 1 momentum, yes.
So let me see here now. So that is I'm going to parry. That's going to cost 1. And I got 2 dice. And I got 1 success. So I'm not going to spend it with Doom or try to break it with Doom. I can't. Anyway, you got a momentum.
It was anyway a hit with 1 momentum.
Yep. So you hit, and you have 1 momentum.
Do your damage.
Okay, do I get extra dice for the damage if I use momentum?
I already got it. It adds overall to your damage.
Oh, okay.
Or you could spend it for reroll or anything else, but you always make your damage roll first.
Okay, so
6 and 1 effect.
6 points. That's a wound for sure. Do you have no mercy or so as a tenant?
Oh, just 1 second. This guy here, this assassin was stunned. So could I still parry?
No. Unless you spend a fortune point, but if it's not a nemesis, you don't have fortune points for anything.
So you actually hit with 2 momentum.
Okay, and that's a hit with. Do you have no mercy as a lieutenant?
No.
But you have an intense knife, so you cause 6 points of damage, and intense puts 1 wound on top of that. If you cause 1 wound, and 6 points is sufficient for a wound, probably. Where did you hit the assassin?
Oh.
I'll put the table on the thing there for you.
Yep, I got it.
Okay. Yep, so it's going to hit in some leather armor. So it's 1 point of protection.
So that's one wound, and intense causes another wound. So you slice open probably the whole leg.
So that does. So
He's
that's
dead.
6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So it would be 7 because of 10, but then the armor negates that 1.
That's right.
Yeah, that causes 5 points or more cause one wound, and intense quality of your yetri knife causes another wound on top of that.
Oh, okay.
So you explain. Okay, I want you to describe it. How you kill this person.
Oh, okay. So I'm obviously very injured, probably bleeding profusely. So I've got a knife stuck in my back. So I just turn around, and with my knife, I just kind of fling my arm out, and it manages to catch her right on the right leg. So it just kind of comes down right at an angle where it catches her right on the side of her thigh and just slices right about where the femoral artery kind of goes down the leg.
Okay.
Nice.
Very graphic. So the dagger goes in. You can feel it slice through, just like so clear and so clean. And blood instantly starts spurting everywhere into the room. It covers you, it covers the walls, it covers the floors. It's a complete mess. And this individual slumps over and dies rather rapidly.
Yeah, first shocked, then sliced.
And I'm still somehow alive.
I guess it's Septimus' turn.
Septimus's turn, yep.
Okay, so sorry, I imagine as my free action, I would yell out, Gaius, Alaric, Hyrcanian. To arms, and still not really knowing where any other combat is, and seeing that, seeing the one right in front of me kind of poof away, I would just move into the main room.
Okay.
And try to identify if there's any sounds of scuffle from either the left or the right.
Make a D2 observation check, please.
Easier said than done.
You cannot hear anything else in particular.
So at that, I will probably... Yeah, since not knowing where there's any other contact, I will wait there. Looking around for something on one of these tables to put in my mouth that's liquid. I need some water.
You're a little dried out, are you? All right, just hold on 1 second, guys. I've just got to fill up my drink.
Looks like someone is out there to get us. Cannot imagine why.
It's like when I play Skyrim, I'm just like wandering around, and then all of a sudden, people jump out at me.
It's just like Baltimore.
Like, why? Are you from the East Coast?
No, I'm from Oklahoma. I'm just
Oh, okay.
about them.
I actually work with a guy from Baltimore.
I've never heard anything good about Baltimore. So
Yeah, me
So
either.
all of a sudden he pulled a knife and attacked you. Yes.
Yeah. Oh no, actually, you know what? At work, I'm the one who's known as the crazy like knife person.
Okay, you fit right in actually.
Okay. Elric, did you have anything left to do this round?
No, I acted. So it's the assassin who can act now. I had my action at first, at the start of the round.
Okay, so the assassin next to you is going to spend. Well, I'm going to spend 2 doom, and this guy or this assassin, she also grabs a nearby sheet, blanket herself, throws it in your direction, just enough to block your vision, and when your vision is cleared by the blanket, she is gone. Missing.
Wait, what's your name? Do you come here often?
are you single?
Just trying to make noise.
All right, so.
Oh well.
So I guess I get my healing kit out and go to treat Regan.
Are you gonna try that right now?
It seems like it'd be a good idea before she bleeds to death or gets hurt again.
Yeah, and I walk towards the kitchen because that's why I took the room next to the kitchen and look for some cheese or something.
Okay, and what's Septimus going to do?
I see Alric walking nonchalantly into the kitchen, and I just say Romaldo, and then I dash off to the south.
Okay.
Okay, I didn't know you had a thing going on, but running butt naked to Romaldo, yeah, well, why not?
All right. As you run down into the hallway here, the door to Romaldo's room is open, and I'll draw his room up so you can see where his room is. And you can see his door is open, but you can't see inside to the room. It's too dark.
Clearly, I'm going to be a little wary when I come into this antechamber here to see if there's any of these figures hiding in the shadows.
Well, there is none, and you're pretty confident of that.
And I'll just bark out, Romaldo!
Okay, so for healing this wound, you hear no reply. Back to Gaius and his healing rolls. This is going to take you about 3 rounds to patch her up with with a torn bedsheet or whatever it is you're about to do.
Okay, but Regan, do you sit still for this, or do you want to go on?
I'll sit still. I'm in no condition to fight.
Okay, well, I'm going to make a healing check then.
Well, you can use what's the recover?
You can recover vigor.
Yeah, you can recover using your turn. You can recover your vigor.
And after combat, it recovers automatically.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 3 momentum for the pool.
3 momentum for the pool.
Nicely done.
Wow.
Look at that. Not only can he yell at people, he can patch them up too.
It's the whole thing. I'm the healer.
Now, is that a temporary fix or is that a permanent fix?
It's a temporary fix. What happens is if she gets another trauma again, then the first one reopens, and then she has a +2 to each difficulty at that point.
Okay.
A wound. You mean a wound?
Yeah, the wound is considered treated, so she doesn't take the minus. She doesn't
right.
receive the increased difficulty, but if she takes another wound, it opens the old wound.
Yeah.
All right.
You can usually treat them permanently only in the downtime.
That's right. And that's where his skill would come into place. His fancy healing people on their time off thing. Okay.
So, to recover vigor.
Yeah, your vigor goes back up to 11 though.
Okay. Do I need to roll for that, or?
No, it automatically resets after combat.
Yep. Only if you need to recover vigor during combat.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
And
So
that's
just automatic.
if it was during combat, you would have to make a resistance roll, isn't it?
Yes, it's resistance.
I believe
Discipline.
for a physical wound.
That's right.
All right, so it just goes back up 11.
Yep, you're reset.
Yay!
So I get
And I'm going to go in and investigate Romaldo's room.
I pull on some britches.
That's what I put built the time into fixing yourself up. So in the getting their bandages and everything put on, I built in you putting some clothes on too, just to let you know.
Excellent. Good job.
Okay. Romaldo, as you walk in, I'm going to get you to take a... Oh, what am I going to do here? Make a fear check, please. Difficulty 1.
So discipline.
Discipline, yep.
Oh. Do you have courageous?
I do have courage.
Very good. So you can reroll one.
Still didn't help.
So you failed your fear check by everything.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to make you do a... this is a display, I guess you can say. The way I'm going to rule this, it's going to be a display. Because you walk into a room.
That's a bloodbath.
It's a complete bloodbath in there. It's a complete mess. You see on a bedpost the grizzled, bleeding, freshly dripping head of Romaldo sticking on a bedpost.
Damn.
That's disturbing.
It is a 3 dice attack. It's vicious 1.
Shazam.
So because you got fear 1, so let me see. I'm going to roll the dice.
Check for a pulse.
So 2, 3, 4. So it's 4 points of damage. It's vicious, so it's 6 points of resolve damage.
So that's a trauma.
Wait, you had courageous. That
Oh,
gives
that's right.
you,
And I have courageous too, so that takes off 2 of that.
yeah, so it's only 4 points.
Oh.
Barely no trauma.
Thank you, Alric.
Not a problem.
The thing is, what grossed you out so much and caught you completely off kilter was just as you walked into the room. If you were there a turn earlier, you may have been able to do something about it, but you're actually seeing the person driving the head and the neck part down over the bedpost. So the person is caught literally red-handed with Romaldo's head in the post, and he looks back at you, and you see a another assassin type character. This character looks like this.
I've got to take a short break. I'll be right back.
If I can find it. There we go. But this one is not a woman.
Ooh.
Oh, very nice. He looks like someone that needs to die.
This particular person is covered, looks like this, but is covered in tattoos. One of the tattoos that stands out directly to your mind, it stands out directly, is it's the same symbol that you originally saw brandished and burned into the door frame in the first adventure when Romaldo was kidnapped or being
Yes, I recall
taken.
that. Okay.
Oh, they finally got him.
I was actually wondering when they'd come back for him. I was just thinking about that at the beginning of tonight's session.
Yeah, but he wanted to retire anyway, so.
Well, this is kind of forced retirement.
Yeah, details.
Details. Yeah. And you're still standing there in your all your glory, right?
Oh, yeah. Just a dripping short sword.
Okay. This gentleman here is a nemesis, so you know. And let's see.
I'm back. I apologize.
All right. So Septimus, seeing you, Gaius was not there. Why don't you describe in your own view what you see and who you
So
see?
I walk in, or not walk in, I kind of rush into the open doorway of Romaldo's room, and I see a bloodbath. I can only imagine, you know, arterial spray all over the bed and the walls and most of the furniture and a lot of the floor. Don't know where the body is, but the head of Romaldo has just recently been spiked onto one of his posts of his bed, and the individual that I'm assuming did this to him, I caught him in the act of posting Romaldo's head onto his bedpost. So it's that guy with looks like he comes from southern lands.
The Ranestani.
Yeah, it's probably a local custom. They do that to anybody there.
Yep, that's why they have 4 poster beds, so they can do that.
Yeah. You know, his helmet does have a spike too. So he
Yeah.
probably wears some other people's hat on that one.
So in the Army, we would have called that a field expedient.
Exactly.
Well, that's really gross. I'm sorry you had to see that. Now what?
Well, it scarred me, so I'll be talking to you about it later, I'm sure.
Okay. Mitra loves you even though you're an infidel.
Just because I choose to pray to the old god Bori, not this new god Mitra.
Well, the old god's old for a reason. Nice.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so standing in front of you is this individual. He looks at you and sneers, and he is going to. I need a token. I need a token. He is going to spend a doom to go first. And he is going to move over to you as his minor action there. And
Actually, just as free action, I think.
yes, free action, sorry. And he is going to stab at you with a long, evil-looking knife, similar to the ones that the female assassins were wearing or using. It has a reach 2. You have...
I have a reach 2 as well.
Okay, so there's nothing gained there.
Oh, as you were. I think a short sword has a reach 1.
What? No.
Yeah, it might be right.
Yep, he's right.
Oh yeah, that's a short one. But it's only interesting if you attack him. But while he's attacking you,
Correct. I have to break his guard in order to. Yep.
Yeah. So
Well,
because
since I am butt-ass naked, yeah, let him do his worst. Go ahead.
all right, so because I have a reach of 1 on you, my
That doesn't help you. It only would help me.
only helps you.
Yeah.
I thought I got to roll an extra d20.
You get an extra.
No. Only
That's if you break guard and you have less than I do.
Yeah.
If I have a longer weapon, it makes your attacks on me, if I still have guard, it makes your attacks on me harder. It increases the difficulty. So my shorter weapon doesn't increase your difficulty, but I still have guard. So he does not get any kind of benefit.
Yeah.
So what's the point of me breaking your guard then?
If you
that's not a point. It's the point of the one with the shorter weapon breaking the guard of the one with the longer weapon.
correct. He doesn't need to break my guard. He's already got.
Yeah, if he has a longer weapon, he's much safer from the one with the shorter weapon, because if Septimus wants to attack him, he needs 2 successes at least.
Correct. Because he's got me by 1 difficulty.
Yeah.
Okay, so when a character makes an attack, the game master should compare the reach of the weapon being used with the reach of the opponent's weapon. The defender is assumed to be keeping the opponent at bay with the preferred weapon. If the defender has guard, then the difficulty of the attack increases by 1 step for every point the defender's reach is longer than the attacker's, increasing.
Which is not the case here.
Huh?
Which is not the case because mine's shorter than his.
Right. Well, no. If the defender has guard, then the difficulty of the attack increases by 1. Okay.
But only if my weapon's longer than his.
Yeah, but if you don't have guard and I attack, then I get a D1 for each point my weapon
Is shorter than my weapon.
okay.
But since I have a D1, unless you have adaptable guard, even then you couldn't or adaptable combatant, you wouldn't be able to get it below mine.
Yeah, this rule is written really confusingly.
Yeah, if you have a short weapon, it's a good thing to cause the other one to lose guard, because if you attack with a dagger against one with a spear, you have all the advantages. But unless the one with the spear has his guard, if he has his guard, you have to beat a D3 to hit him because of the length of the spear. So it's all good.
Okay, all right. So it's essentially, guard is only good, or the longer weapon is only good for defending against shorter weapons. That's
Yes.
Correct.
That's the
And
only
shorter weapons
actual
are only
benefit.
good if you're inside guard.
right. Okay. All right then. Well, he's going to roll his 3 dice. He is looking for.
Obviously, I'm going to try to parry this.
He is looking for 11s and 2s.
Ooh.
And I got 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Four successes. Two.
Oh, that's right, 4. Sorry, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is a hit with 3 successes, really?
Dang. Okay.
That's powerful parry.
Yeah. So I'm gonna. Wow.
At least you're not still drunk.
Yeah, we do have momentum left. Take all.
How much momentum is there?
There's 3.
Take all.
Use it.
Well, what I'll do is I'll take 1 momentum. That gives me 2 dice. No. For parry, it doesn't work that way, does it?
No. Yeah. Take all.
I'll take 2
Be
of them.
bold. You're already naked.
I'll take 2 of the momentum and use that.
How much momentum you taking?
I'm taking 2,
Okay.
so that'll give me a total of 4 dice. Plus, I used a fortune point.
Wow, you're going all out.
Very good.
I'm naked.
Yeah, the naked blade.
All right
Oh,
then.
man.
So you need to get 3 momentum. Oh.
Well, I got 4.
Oh.
Yikes. And he had how many momentum?
He had 3.
So that gives me 1 momentum.
So he
So
beats
there should be 2 now total in the pool, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so that means I get to riposte.
Oh, yes.
Wait now, your to hit number is 13, right?
Correct.
Right. So I only see you got a 1. So that's you got a success.
No, I got 2.
Right, plus
which
your
is
fortune.
that's a total of 4 successes.
Yep. So
Which is a D1 to parry.
right. So he had a D1 plus 3 successes or 3 momentum.
So he had 2 momentum. D1 plus 3 successes is 2 momentum. I had 4 momentum, as you were. I had 2 momentum. No, I had
wait.
3.
You're a little bit confused. The attack had a success with 3 momentum,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
your defense was a success with 3 momentum.
yes. So it's a tie.
It's
Correct.
a tie. And I am spending a doom to break that tie.
Ah,
Yes.
why?
You-
Let your nemesis get reposted.
You and your reposting.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Since I just gave. Well, no. So I haven't had a chance to riposte yet. So you don't get doomed.
That's right.
Yeah.
So it is 4 D6. Ooh. I'm gonna spend 1 to re-roll those 3. There we go. So I got
Ooh.
3 damage
With 3 effects.
and 3 effects with persistence of 1.
So persistent 3. You could buy this off by 3 doom.
What does persistence
Hey.
do again?
It poisons you. You take on every of your turn. You take 3 dice of damage.
For 3 turns.
Yeah.
I'd buy it off.
I'd buy it off, yes. You don't want to get poisoned.
Because if you get poisoned, then I'm going to get poisoned, and that's bad.
Well, he's thinking. Or he's got his mic turned off.
The doom pool is empty. You might as well put something in it.
Yeah. You don't want to get, unless of course you want to make a new experience, how it is to get your guts turned into liquid and vomit them out.
Septimus, are you there still? I'm sorry for breaking the doom, okay? Breaking the tie. Come back. Don't run away. Oh, he lost connection.
Oh.
So, being the gracious GM that I am, I'll just say that he's not going to spend the doom. You know, no one ever wants to give me doom, so I'll just assume that that's the same case right now.
He'll probably tough it out with the poison. And it is a new experience.
Let's see if I can send him a text or something.
Oh yeah, it would be one die of damage at the start of each succeeding turn. For 3 turns, yeah. Okay.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, let's use it for a few minutes break, maybe.
No problem. No problem. Did he come back?
Can you hear me?
Oh, welcome back.
Yeah.
I am so sorry. My computer died, guys.
I thought you ran away because I broke your tie.
Am I in? Can you guys see me in Fantasy Grounds?
You are not back there yet.
I'll probably have to log in. Hold on. So I think the last thing I heard was I can give you 3 doom to avoid the persistence.
Yes, that's correct.
I will definitely do that.
And you will never hear anything else again.
And we won't think of you any less of a person because you're spending doom this way.
Yeah, we were actually discussing about how wimpy it is not to take the poison damage.
It's loading. So it would have been 3 vigor damage then?
3 vigor damage, yep.
Okay.
So, you're giving me the doom, right?
Yes.
Oh, I gotta wait for you to load in here. So, I'll take the 3. I am going to spend 2 of this doom to make a swift action. And reaching back.
I think we'll have to share the
Oh,
that map with me again.
all right, 1 second. Oh, just so everybody knows, if you don't already, any image that I previously shared, if you click on the image button on the right-hand side, you can go in and pick them from the list. So if there's stuff, if there's stuff you want to look at that I've posted in the past, then feel free.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so what's he doing with his extra action?
Well, he's reaching back and using the hair of Rimaldo. He's going to use that as an improvised weapon and try to strike you on the head with it.
Okay.
Would that be a display or something?
Actually, you can do a display, you know.
Oh, a severed head thing.
Yeah.
That works against player characters too.
Ha.
I think it's the Dead Man's Stare, I think. Yes.
Because he already got hit by it once when he walked in.
Oh, shit. And this is Vicious 1 as a display.
Sweet.
Oh, no, I'm going to go with something a little different here. Okay, so he's going to try to strike you on the head with Rimaldo's head. You guys are
Which I can also try to parry.
Yep. Oh, wait now. No, you and your reposting. Haha, good trick. That's why he was so quiet for it. I think I will go with the Dead Man Stare. Okay, so Dead Man Stare.
So defense costs one. You can generate 1 doom for your defense.
You're going to try to defend?
Yeah, and so the first one was free. This one I'll give you 1 doom.
Okay. So because this is
no, wait a second.
Go ahead.
Actually, it doesn't because my talent stacks with my weapon. So
yeah, wait.
I get 2 free parries.
The talent is only for melee defense. This is a mental defense.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Correct. And I can't do a riposte or parry or anything. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So it costs.
I mean, I can do a defensive action. I just can't do a parry.
Yeah. I don't think there's any talent that allows you a free mental defense. Actually.
No, it does not. Yeah, I gotta give you a doom.
Okay. So his mental attack. Where's it to? It's 10 and 2. You know, and I'm going to make this work. I'm going to spend the doom, and I'm going to take an extra dice. So 10s and 2s. Oh, look at that.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a hit with 4 successes.
3.
Wow.
3 momentum. It's a swift action.
Oh, that's right. That's
right.
But
it's bad enough.
And what do I use for a mental defense?
Discipline. Discipline is your defense.
Wow, it's not that high.
Take momentum. We do have 2 momentum in the pool. Take all.
Yeah, so I'll take the 2 momentum, and I'll do this again.
Oh my goodness! All right.
Ooh.
So, do you have any ranks? Sorry, any focus in your discipline?
I do. I've got 2.
Okay, so that gives you 2 successes right now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total successes.
So success with 4 momentum. You got lucky.
Yes, I had to spend a fortune point.
So you
That's
actually gain a
your luck.
momentum from that.
Yep.
So you're
And I kind of sneer back at him.
are you going to put the
Like
momentum in the
something-
pool?
nothing I haven't seen before.
You know.
Yeah, I can't use the momentum on anything else since I'm doing a defense. So
Why not? You could spend it on any momentum spent in combat.
oh,
On a turn that's not his turn.
Yeah, it's not his turn.
Yeah,
yet.
yes.
well, I could do it if it's an immediate spend, right?
Yeah, a break guard, for example, costs two momentum. That would be a good thing, but we only have 1 momentum left, yes?
Correct.
Ah, damn it. Because that would be a thing that could only be used on a defend reaction, which you just did. That would make him lose guard, but, damn it.
That's okay. I'll save it for when I attack him.
All right. So it's that was his turn.
Do you guys want to move on and get closer, and then I'll go last?
How about the zones? How many zones are in the main room?
Let's see. You are
In the kitchen.
in the kitchen, so is 1 zone. You can't go on an angles here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 zones. It'll get you into the room.
Okay. Yeah, make a full move action that takes me to the to 2 zones further. So where would that be?
That'll put you anywhere in the zone here.
Okay. So I don't want to cover the exit. So here, yeah.
Okay.
I probably still hear some scuffle going on in this room here, but I don't see anybody yet, I think.
All right. And Gaius and Regan are still doing the patch-up job in the room.
So I guess that means it's me
Your
and
turn.
him.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, actually, what are you doing?
Well, I'm in my free action. Wow. I don't know. I'm kind of torn.
Ulrich is shouting, "What are you doing?" Because a naked man went there, and now we hear some strange noises, some heavy breathing. I'm not that curious, actually.
I'd probably yell out something like, Romaldo's been killed, and
Shut up, you fool, and fight me.
Oh shit! Take everything valuable.
Now I'm gonna stick with what works. I'm gonna go ahead and stick with trying to close in on the guy and getting an attack in. So I'll just use that 1 momentum that's left to get 2 extra dice because I've got a D2 attack because his weapon is longer than mine.
That's correct. So you're taking the 1 momentum that's left.
Yes.
Actually, no, that was wrong. You gained actually the 3rd point of momentum when you did your save there. So you actually have 3 in the pool.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay.
Break his guard.
Then I will. Let's see if I can hit first, or can I break guard first? I think I have to do a successful attack first.
Did you gain this momentum on your defense action?
I only gained 1 momentum on my defense.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if it's in the pool or not. You can only spend to break guard on a defense action, which you could have. I didn't know how much momentum.
It says may only be used on an attack or defend reaction.
Okay, so I mean, yeah, then, after I did the defend, I would have broken his guard in preparation for my attack.
Yeah, that's a good thing to do. So you're now inside his reach, and you
Which
get
all
an
it does is
additional-
negate that distance.
Well, no,
Yeah.
you get a. Don't you get a bonus for
You
being?
get a
Oh,
bonus dice.
I do,
An
yeah.
additional d20, yes. And if you spend one momentum, I suppose you have the talent that gives you the 2d20 on top of that.
Yeah, so I get a total of 5 dice. That's
Yes, we
What?
want to see that.
What? 5?
And it's now only a d1 difficulty, you know. And that's a devastating attack. Success with 4 momentum, very good.
What a load of. All right, so so that's a hit with 4 momentum. He is going to parry that.
Right.
You better.
Little tangly situation here.
You could hope to reduce the momentum, but it's probably too much to actually parry it.
You haven't, Septimus, you haven't rolled a 20 for some time now. Be careful.
I have not. That's unusual.
Be careful. Something bad is about to happen to you.
I know. I don't have all my other weapons
I
with me.
want you to know that it's going to be bad. Okay, well, he is definitely going to try and parry that. He does not have the parry quality on his knife. He has 12s and 2s. So 2 dice. Oh, God.
Oh, yes.
He kind of completely gets himself misplaced. You get it's a free exploit attack on this thing.
That gives you piercing too.
That's it, unless his weapon's got something that can add to it.
Yeah. But nevertheless, you have 4 momentum to spare and, well, do lots of damage.
You get to roll your damage.
Sorry, just a second, guys. I got to plug my computer in.
Actually, even naked, he's dangerous.
Okay, so sorry about that. All right.
Son of a bitch.
Wow. and you can reroll 2 of those, yes?
Yes, I can.
Oh,
Okay,
Nasty.
9 damage.
Nasty.
And do you have any talent that activates by momentum to cause vicious or something?
I do not. I'd have to use the 4 momentum that I generated to add penetration or additional damage.
It's 9 points of damage. And you have already piercing 4 because your exploit gives you piercing 2, and you have two effects.
Oh, hang on, I
piercing
do. I've got. I can spend 1 momentum to add vicious 1 quality to my weapon.
Well, that would make it 11 points of damage, piercing 4.
Yeah, I've got blood on steel, which I rarely ever get to use because we don't have momentum. So yeah, I'll do that for sure.
And now you have three momentum left.
I don't know if this guy has armor, but I'm going to assume he does. So I'm going to use 1 momentum to add penetration.
Why? You already
got it
have 4
for free.
points of penetration.
Oh, I got it with the exploit. So sorry.
Yeah. But you could spend 2 for a disarm.
Yeah, make it 13 damage.
Yeah, you could disarm him. Throw his knife away.
Mm.
That one is poisonous, you know.
Do a cold shot and stab him in the eye.
Yeah, that doesn't do any more damage, but a disarm only costs two momentum, and you get rid of the poisonous blade.
So I've already broken guard.
Yeah, next time he will make a parry roll to regain guard, which gives you a free attack because it is not an attack roll, and he's within reach of you. So,
Or you save it and do a swift action and stab him again.
oh yeah, do that.
Oh, yeah, I
do
didn't think
that.
about that. Yes.
So 11 points of damage and four piercing, and you still have 3 momentum left for another attack.
You're kind of a killing machine.
So let's see how he likes 11 points of damage.
Well, he takes 2 wounds.
Ooh.
Like a man.
So the classical way to do this is hit him again.
Well, he is just a relatively dull mercenary, so you know what seems to work seems to work. So
We call it the sewing machine.
If you spend two of those 3 momentum, you get a swift attack. If you spend the last remaining one, you get 2 dice, and you get an additional die because you're within his reach. He has still broken guard. So
yes.
5 dice again, but now difficulty 2.
Correct.
Oh god. This
So-
is a killer.
Jeez.
It's up to you.
Wow.
Success.
You're
Three
joking right
momentum.
now.
Wow.
He is not even going to bother to try and parry this right now. So
So that cost me 1 momentum. I've got 2 left. Now I've added another 3.
Well,
So I've got 5 momentum. Is that correct?
3 momentum because you had to do
Wait. The whole swift attack did cost you 3 momentum.
Oh, it cost me 3. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, the second action.
correct. So now we're back to 3 momentum.
Yes.
It's a nice place to be.
And again, such a damage roll. Oh well.
what? Crazy.
Curses.
How many can you reroll? 2 dice, I think.
3.
3. Very good.
Oh.
Spend 1 for vicious, and I think it's over then.
Yeah, 1 for vicious.
That's 2.
Well, for
Oh,
every
God.
hit below
12.
0,
So that's 12 I count?
Yeah.
so for every hit below 0 is a wound, so that's 1 wound. You did more than 5, so that's 2 more wounds. Or that's 2 wounds total.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
So
you
he's
say
not-
get yeah.
Total of 25 vigor, I think.
He
No, it doesn't work that way. No.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, correct.
he's unconscious nonetheless.
He's not dead. Good. I wanted to capture this mother.
And
I
you
don't
still
think he's
have
going to
to-
stay alive for much longer, though.
And you still have 2 momentum left. I think that goes into the group pool, yes?
Yes, yeah, it does go into the group pool, and I think I've done enough this round.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, a walking disaster area.
I should run around naked more often.
yeah, that's definitely.
Yeah, it's in some tribes, it's actually a tradition to do that.
Okay, so for the record, just so you know, personally, I think this game, short swords are overpowered in Conan.
Yeah. But you know, those are the short swords, and size does matter. Long swords are more powerful.
All right, so he he goes down. The head of Rimald rolls to the side of the floor and rolls underneath the bed. His lifeless eyes looking back up from you from underneath. You have a profound sense of sadness, and you're feeling kind of somewhat excited. It's kind of weird because you're naked in a room full of 2 dead people. So, but yeah.
Gaius!
I rush over.
So yeah, next round, I'm probably with you.
Okay, so this is the end of the combat. So everyone's vigor and resolve can go back up to normal.
Yay!
Hello.
I've taken one of the momentum out of the pool, so you're only with 1 there now.
Why did you kill this guy here?
I explained. I came in just as he was shoving Romaldo's head on the corner of that bedpost.
Yeah, it looks like a bloody mess. Okay, anything valuable here?
No scruples on you.
What? Yep, we probably lost our patron, so let's make the best out of it.
He probably has children that need this money.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, are we all gathering down?
Yes, you
Here?
guys. Can all gather up.
Come on here and bring some sacks or bags or so. Let's see what he has in his chest, in his whatever.
I go ahead and look at the corpse of the assassin and see if he has any notes or papers or maps or anything like that on him.
Well, you weren't around. You were actually stepped out when I told this detail to Septimus. But the tattoos and marks that are on his skin are the same markings that were originally found branded on the wall when Rimaldo was kidnapped in the first episode.
This spider-like tattoo, yes?
Yeah.
So I guess I can make a lore check and see if I know what the hell that is.
Yep, you can go right ahead. Is a relatively common symbol, so D1.
I barely made it.
It's some form of cult.
There is a momentum in there. You can roll an extra die.
You can.
No, we're good. Go ahead.
It's a form of some sort of cult based on Yzuld, the spider god. But it's this particular marking is known to a group of thieves and assassins and thugs that do business for individuals in town in Missantia.
Mm.
Their main point of operations is usually on the eastern side of the city.
Anything remarkable or notable about the weapons these guys were using?
They seem to be all dripping some form of film or liquid on them. The ones that are still around.
Probably spider poison or something like that.
Yeah, an alchemist could actually find out what's going on with this.
Let's see.
Do you have alchemy?
Yeah, but I kind of suck at it. 10 and 1.
Yeah,
That's better than me.
I'm actually worse at alchemy.
I'll
But I could assist you a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead and assist me. I'll try it.
Okay, that's only 1 die, but maybe it gives you an additional success.
Look at that.
So rolling an assist for alchemy. Which kind of difficulty do we have?
As a D1.
Okay, let's see. So assisting. Yeah, no success. Sorry.
Okay, so I got my 1 success.
Yeah, Regan, I just shared with you the city map of Missantia.
Okay.
And in the large square on the left-hand corner, you'll see like a square and it's got a little red arrow. I just drew a circle there.
Okay.
Well, that's where you guys are currently located in the city.
All right.
And the gang I was just talking about are known to be hanging out on the other side of the city, on the other side of the bridge.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to let you see the map, the layout of the city, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's probably the messier side of Mesantia. You probably heard us telling you stories about the sewers there. You probably heard Ulrich complaining a lot about going into the sewers there.
So, you were trying to figure out what type of fluids or anything in particular you want to try to find out?
Oh, just if it's something I could recognize.
It's a relatively common poison. Nothing, any run-of-the-mill alchemist of nefarious natures can make this stuff, and it's quite readily available. There's nothing in particular about it. It's just that this particular type, it's kind of it works like it's a fluid, but it's also kind of sticky as well. So after a while, it'll dry and become like coated onto the blade and makes things worse. It's just a common poison overall. Nothing too particular about it.
I relate the information to the others.
What I was wondering, I got a visit by some well-trained girl, but actually she didn't want to stick around, and I assumed that was because of me. But now I see, Regan is a bit wounded. What actually happened? Did you provoke anyone? I didn't. I'm sure I didn't.
Oh, I probably did, but I don't know. Maybe.
Okay.
I assume that since Rimwald was attacked, it has something to do with what he's up to, and since we're his associates, we got attacked as collateral. That's what I think.
If he, do you know if he has any living relatives or so? Because if he doesn't, we might take over his job and his shop and his collection.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is a one of a kind business opportunity.
Yeah, that strikes me as being kind of unimportant right now.
What? You need to think beyond the corpses. Think about wealth. Think about artifact.
I can get wealth anywhere. Septimus, what do you think we should do?
Well, these are evidently the same people that tried to kidnap him before. It might be worth trying to find out what he was into them for, why they went from kidnapping to this, and I kind of wave at the blood spatters. Where is his body? Is his body actually in the bed?
His body is laying, yes, half on the bed, half off.
Gotcha.
But investigating is a good thing, but he's already dead. It doesn't help him at all. And who will pay us for investigating?
Well, but they've already come after us once now, so they may not stop.
Why wouldn't they?
Well, maybe because of this guy here on the floor.
Yeah, someone I've heard of some assassin remotely, and they need to get paid to do their work. It's nothing personal. It's strictly business,
Okay, I'm going to ask everyone to make a D3 observation check, please.
Very good. Do we have any momentum left?
There is one momentum.
There's one momentum.
Oh, well. You know what? If anyone of you wants to take it, or else I could take it.
Oh, look at that.
Oh!
You can't roll like that in D&D.
Wow!
Wow. Okay, I take the last momentum, yes.
Okay.
Let's see what I can find.
Wow, look at that.
Well, she just generated 2, so I'm sorry, she generated 1.
Generated 1.
Yeah.
So there's one still in the pool.
So
Okay.
apparently, she is actually well aware of what's going on.
So, Regan,
Uh-huh.
you hear some faint steps or sounds coming from down the hallway in the opposite room. And you hear like a squeak of like a like a window type of thing.
Okay. So I'll tell everybody to quiet. I hear something. It's coming from down the hall.
I don't hear anything, but I'm just going to start moving that way.
Yeah, let's move in this direction.
All right, so you guys can place yourself anywhere outside of the gray zone there now if you want.
Is this corridor a 1 zone or 2 zone?
It's 2 zones.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm a bit curious.
Did
Let's
Regan
go.
grab her bow?
No, she only got her
No.
knife. And some stitches.
Yeah.
I just packed it with tobacco.
Okay, hold on. First, I gotta make this. This whole little error popping up on my screen is so annoying right now.
By the way, JC, these Saturday sessions are so worth the wait.
Oh yeah, I really like them.
I'm glad you enjoy it, guys. I wish I could do it every weekend, but
I couldn't participate if it was every weekend.
This is the collection, yes?
yes, it is. Yep.
Very good.
Ah.
All
I
Modiphius
think-
all the time.
I think we do need a wagon.
I told you. A big wagon with like an ox. So we can donate lots of money to Mitra.
A what? Yes, of course.
There are many missions and charities that require funding.
Yeah, but they probably need more copper bits or so because too much money would make them uncomfortable. It's actually embarrassing to give them too much money.
Oh no, the temples are lined with gold when they can be.
Yeah. You know, how embarrassing is that?
That's not embarrassing. It's a sign that God loved us.
Okay, so you guys are at the door. This door is closed. And, yeah, you don't hear anything at the moment.
Well, I opened the door.
How are you opening the door? Describe it, please.
I kick it open.
Okay, it will take a athletics check of D1 to kick it open. Because it appears to be barred.
Oh, well, I could use some help. My athletics is terrible. I'd be much better at it. I'd do a lot better at assisting somebody else than I would at kicking a door open.
You can probably yell at the door.
And shatter it.
Okay, you want the door opened? Could it be picked open, or is it brute force?
He's barred.
No, it was a kick of the door, so it's a D1. So you can give it a shot first, see what happens. That was the action.
Try it, and actually generate 1 or 2 doom. Why not?
No, because my target number is a 7, so no.
Okay, 3 doom. Why not? Here, you see, you barely made it.
Yeah, I barely failed.
the how is the best way to decide this? This was a very exciting type of action kick that you did. They never taught you how to kick in preschool, so
No, they didn't.
the door just kind of thumps.
Seeing Gaius's
I pretend I did that on purpose.
intention, I say, let's do it together and help me, assist me.
Well, okay.
Yeah, that's not how you even kick a beggar.
Is there any momentum?
There is 1 momentum in the pool.
Send it, bro.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and use that. Now I got 2.
I act like it opened because I pushed on it.
The door kicks open, so you got 1 momentum, right?
Was it a D1 test?
Is a D1, yep.
Yeah, so we got that momentum back.
Do you have strong back?
I do not.
Ah, damn it.
All right, so the door kicks open, and inside this room was Rimaldo's kind of collection of such, the ones that he kind of treasured the most. It was always he never allowed any of you guys ever in this room. He always kept it closed. You'd never seen the inside of it before, but the place is looks like it's been completely ransacked, I guess you can say. And
Oh no.
the window of this room is open, and the curtain is fluttering in the wind, and the lightning and storms and rain from the outside is just splashing up against the window frame, and water is starting to fill up on the inside. The room appears to be vacant.
Oh
Jump
no.
through the window.
Is there really nothing left? Let me see. Let me help. Let me help. And anything. Maybe they left something.
I'm going through the fluttering window.
Naked in a thunderstorm. Yes.
Okay, I just want to add this in here. I've been listening to a lot of the audiobooks, Conan audiobooks out there, and for some reason, a image of a naked mercenary captain running through a wind-driven storm, jumping through a window at night while naked seems to fit the total R.E. Howard concept.
Yes, it's the most Conan thing ever.
It is, literally is. So, because some of his books are very similar to this, but this is taking the cake by far. So, as you're going to run into the window, out towards the window, right?
I'm jumping through it.
Jumping through it. All right, so that's a D1 athletics check just to get through.
I don't even know if we're on the second story or not. I'm just going through.
You're on the ground floor, so you're good.
Yeah, Rumwald really needed some security advice.
So I'll go ahead and use that extra momentum as well, just to make sure I keep my footing.
Yep. Oh, roll a 20. Come on.
Haven't had one all night, man. I got through relatively unscathed.
So you vault through the window. The rain is splashing down on you now, and the wind is driving against you. It's suddenly very cold, and you can see it on yourself instantly. It's You look around in the darkness. The street seems deserted. The rain is so loud, it's kind of like a crashing noise that you can't really hear anything quiet or any type of movement. You just hear the water hitting off the street and hitting the puddles and splashing around. But there is nothing that you can see.
Give out some kind of a curse in Aquilonian and move back to the window to crawl back through. I yell into the room that whoever it is gone.
So many artifacts don't vanish in such a short time. So is there anything left, or are there maybe some traces of what actually happened?
You can look around in the room. I take it you're going to kind of dig around and do some investigating there before.
Yes, of course.
You do stuff seems to be knocked over, as if they're ransacking the place. You do find a loose picture frame, and it's kind of off to the side, and behind it was a hole in the wall. Looks like some sort of little cabinet that was hidden by the picture frame, and this seems to be empty. But there is a slight layer of dust on this on the cabinet shelf itself, but there's a clear spot without any dust that's in the middle of it. Does that make sense?
So they took something there, yes?
It appears so.
What is the shape in the dust?
It looks kind of like circular. What was that, guys?
It's the same question.
Okay.
How big? Like, is it like a plate or like a badge or what?
You're looking at about 4 to 5 inches in diameter.
Okay.
And this shelf is roughly 2 feet by a foot. So it's a fairly big hidden shelf behind this behind the picture frame.
And anything else inside this room? Because he was supposed to be a kind of collector and a trader in rare artifacts. And does the room look empty for a long time? Is there dust on all shelves?
No, it's just in there. Everything else seems relatively clean, and other than everything being ransacked.
Okay.
I've just noticed here now, just by coincidence, in this room, in the very bottom right-hand corner, there's a scorpion in the picture. I just noticed it.
Oh, man.
And it comes to life.
And it comes to life. But yeah, I didn't see that there before. Anyway. Yeah.
We were still on the look for, I think, Mitra's scepter or so. We didn't find that one, and now our patron is gone. What do you think? What shall we do now?
Well, we can still go north in the morning.
Why? We won't find anyone who will pay us for any artifacts.
Oh, it sounds like there's a whole bunch of nobles who will pay us for that.
Or we could find this Assassin's Guild.
They had sent quite a few people here, and I had a run in with some assassin the very first days we were here in town. Maybe we should investigate those and investigate where the scepter of Mitra is, because we didn't find it yet. And there are lots of students doing suspicious stuff around here. We actually need to get our hands on some gold and then get some leverage on them.
I thought we'd like put Septimus on their ship and let him kill them all.
In the buff.
Yeah,
Yeah. Just remind me to strip out of my armor. Yeah.
First things first, get dressed.
Well, I grabbed a cloth or something in from all those rooms to cover up when Regan walked in.
Regan is studiously, like, her eyes are like ceiling level.
It's kind of awkward, I know.
Yeah, everyone gets awkward in his presence. Never mind.
Well, I go get dressed. I guess we're not sleeping tonight.
Okay, yeah, let's move out here and take anything that's of value with us.
We have no way of evaluating what's valuable here, so.
Oh yes, why not?
Because
No.
we're ignorant.
Okay, let's grab anything we might deem valuable. If it's not, we can simply toss it.
Well, tonight nothing has more value than this short sword in my hand. So
Yeah, it's about 5 gold or so. It's not that much.
Okay, so for the remainder of the night, what is your plan? Because we're getting close to the end of this particular adventure. So how do you want to end? What do you want to do for the rest of the night? Or did you guys want to take off, get out of here? Or are you guys going to stick around for a couple hours? What do you guys want to do?
well, has anybody else like poked their head out of any of the other rooms, like to investigate what's going on?
No.
So, yeah, as I said, I dress, get my stuff, and then take some sacks or something and put anything of value into this, as much as I can carry.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Have we already kind of gone through the assassin, the guy who killed Romualdo? Have we already gone through like all of his pockets and everything?
You know, actually, we got kind of distracted there. He just started to look through them, and he didn't have anything in particular on him.
I'm gonna check his purse, check around his neck, check bracelets, boots.
You do find a parchment on it. Whoop, I just lost my screen. All my screen went black. I just pulled a cable out of my monitor. 1 second.
Seems to be one of those nights.
Oh man, you have no idea. No idea tonight. Just 1 second. Let me get everything fixed up. Okay. Let's see. And in this parchment, there is a note there, and it seems to be written in. Well, you don't know what letter. Does anyone there speak Stygian?
Oh, wait. Not sure.
It looks to be in a Stygian dialect, anyway, based on the letters and the way it's shaped.
But maybe someone is a linguist, has some linguistic skill.
Or no, not so much.
I don't.
All right. So there's a parchment there, and you get the. You also find a small vial of liquid that looks similar color to what's on the blade.
Drink it.
There's always one person in every game who says, "Just drink this stuff, see what happens."
Yeah, don't drink the blade poison, actually.
Oh, so boring.
But if you're feeling lucky, you could actually put it on your razor blade when you're shaving yourself. You know, you don't want to cut yourself, but it makes it more interesting.
Put it on my staff.
What else do you find in there? Of course, you get the. There's 3 of these Zabar knives. Each of them seem to be coated and have that channel in them for delivering some sort of poison. So there was 3 of those. And if you're looking to kind of ransack the place before you guys disappear.
Oh yeah.
All right.
He says so nonchalantly.
What?
He's like, oh yeah, sure. We've been living with this guy. He's been helping us up. Now he's dead. Not even going to mourn. We're just going to take his stuff and spend it.
Yeah, I did mourn for a moment or so, or maybe 2. You know. It's a sad thing.
All right. So once you gather whatever it is that you're about to gather, and you ransack the place looking for valuables, what do you immediately plan on doing after that before I go any further? What's your plan? So you guys going to get out of town, or are you going to kind of just move to another location?
Well, yeah, we can't go very far because of this storm. I mean, we still have that to deal with.
I don't really know why we shouldn't just stay here and operate out of here until somebody with some kind of authority kicks us out.
Okay, that's a thing. Is any one of you very well versed regarding society skill? Because do you know what would happen if we officially announce, oh, poor Romaldo did have a nasty fall while he was shaving with a nasty long poisoned blade or so, and he's now dead. And he said with his last words, last breath out of his severed head, take all my stuff, people. I like you. What would happen?
Just call the corpse cart guy, and he comes by and you throw the bodies on the corpse cart and he takes them away.
Really? Because if he was a trader, he's probably well related with other people here who might miss him, get suspicious, send us city guards or worse on our back. You know.
Yeah, whatever. We worry about the wrong thing.
Guys, as you were looking around, you also find a note that was underneath a goblet of half-drank wine at the side of Rimaldo's bed. And the note reads such a thing, saying, Rimaldo, they know about the eyes of the dark. You don't have time. Meet me where we planned.
Conveniently vague.
Where's that sorcerer at? Maybe you could raise him from the dead and make him tell us.
He's off gallivanting out somewhere.
That would be the D&D world.
Usually you wish sorcerers to be far away from you, but if you need one, where is one?
Well, it's just the conundrum of sorcery.
Yeah.
So I looked through his books, journals, planners, diaries, logs, all that sort of whatever normal paperwork he has to find one, a list of all of his property so we can try to figure out what specifically was stolen. And then two, like whether he had plans, anything like scheduled out or whatever that we might be able to divine from reading his papers.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, well that'll be a good bit of information to find out during your downtime.
Yeah, of course. We could spend that from information and rumors. Yeah.
Because that'll.
I think the more immediate question is, do we want to stay at this inn? I personally do not want to be anywhere near these dead bodies when the city watch starts asking questions. I'm already in enough trouble with those guys.
Yeah, my question is, would they actually ask questions? What could we tell them that they don't? We have a priest of Mitra around who scares the shit out of people. So, and he is well connected to the Mitra temple here. We might actually get away with taking over this tavern.
Yeah, I don't have any particular fear. I would just publicize lurid, bloody assassinations and murder, and use that to try and get people interested in what we're doing, so that we can like make money off it somehow.
Yeah. Weirdly, people believe you.
I'm sure they probably will. I don't know, maybe.
Let's do that because we get some real estate here. It's probably valuable quite a bit, and we could actually open the tavern, hire some people, have steady income. Oh, that's a good thing. Yes.
No, I'm not opposed to staying here for a minute. So
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I look over at Regan. What do you think?
Y'all crazy.
Well, good thing. As she thinks about her empty purse.
Yeah, it's all about the money. It always gets down to the money.
Well, my goal is to be the Pope of Mitra, so I need money for that.
Really?
The Pope
Sure.
of Mitra. Oh gosh.
How much do you need? And actually, would you give interest if we finance some kind of we make some kind of financing? We could do a kind of crowdfunding for you becoming Pope of Mitra.
Probably 5,000 or 10,000 gold pieces.
Ah, that's a lot.
Yeah. Long-term goal.
We could blackmail the local king.
I have 19, so I got a good start.
Yeah, you have to start somehow.
So I go summon a guard.
Yeah. All right. Well.
I go to trust.
I still take some of the more easily removable, not that good traceable stuff lying around. Maybe some, I don't know, spoons or something made of silver or so.
So why don't you take the room and straighten it up and like figure out how to bar those windows and that door better? Then we can
all right.
for it all another time.
Okay. All right. So, you guys are really going into the realm of the. I didn't expect you guys to want to open up a bar or a shop. I should say.
It's a bar and a shop, something like that.
So, let me see. So Gaius has gone out to get the guards, right?
The bodies will stink soon, so yes.
Yeah, okay. So I'll work that out in the in-between adventures. Okay, Gaius, I'm going to get you to do a observation roll, a D1.
Do we have any momentum?
I think so.
I think I used the last to run through the window.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to spend a doom. Actually, I'm going to spend a fortune point.
Oh, okay.
Let's do that. I'm tired of failing these rolls. So I got 4 successes.
Okay. So you get to roll. It was a D1 check. So you got
3 momentum. Yeah.
3 momentum. So you get to roll 5d6.
Okay.
Okay, so hold on there now.
2 effects and 2 other.
So sorry. Okay, before I tell you the results, I'm going to get Regan to do the same thing.
Okay. Roll observation.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Well, if you had a weapon right now, I would break it.
Bowstring snaps. Boing.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, so nothing there. Okay, I'm going to get Septimus to do the same. And I'm going to get Elric to do the same.
Okay. I'm quite curious. So that's I'd spend a fortune point on that one, and roll 2 dice. Observation.
Yep.
So in total 3 successes. So success with 2 momentum.
All right, so that's 4. Oh, sorry, Regan, you got to roll 2d6. Sorry.
6.
Yeah. So the roll. Sorry, I don't know if you know or not, but you know the dice down the bottom of your screen there.
Uh-huh.
If you click and drag one, you can pick it up and roll it, and you can roll it into your windows, into the chat window. That's like your.
Uh-huh.
But if you right click while you're holding it down, you add dice to the pool.
Okay.
So that's how you would roll, say 2d6, like randomly like that, right? So just roll 2d6.
Oh. Sorry, I have a mouse pad, so
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Am I the only one with like a real computer?
All right, thank you. Okay, so Septimus, you rolled. It was a D1, so you got 1 success. So you roll 2d6, please.
I'm sorry. How many die? How many d6?
2. And Elric gets to roll 4.
Okay.
So 2, 5, and 5. So between the lot of you, the group of you, you've managed to dredge up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 100 gold
Yes.
worth of items, right? That you can probably sell off.
Yeah.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 6 items of unknown value, but it looks somewhat valuable. You might be able to get a little bit more money for those. But you don't know yet.
So is this the gold we should use between the next session?
Unless you got more gold to spend.
You know, I have a suggestion to make. If we were to keep this tavern. We need some personnel to do the labor stuff. We could buy some slaves.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know how much slaves cost. I guess less than a horse.
Wait, I'm looking.
Chattel. Chattel. I got it in there. It should be in there.
I don't think unskilled slaves are quite cheap, but you probably want some more skilled ones. At least a good cook. Oh yeah, a good cook, please.
All right. So, you guys can split that gold, the 100 gold, whichever way you want. I'm assuming 25 gold each. Or not.
That would be fine with me, but if we want to operate this place, we'll need some capital kind of laid back to do that. So I would say leave like 20 of it back and divide the other 80.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to leave 20 for the run the operation and 80 for everyone else. All right.
And you could we could come up with a new name for this tavern, because the old one didn't bring any luck to the owner. Yes, so we need a new name.
You could call it Remwald's Rest.
or the headless man's rest, or don't lose your head. It's a good title for it.
And you got your 6 items that could be worth, that are going to be a random, which I'll determine that in between adventures of what they're worth.
You call it the Headless Horse.
The Headless Hospice.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 80 gold for everyone, so everyone gets 20. 20 is left behind to run the operation, so I'll worry about that after. And you got me taking a lot of notes this game.
Yeah, I spent quite a lot to actually get some more rumors. And you know, guys, I got lots of rumors about the Stygians and so on. I'd really like to go against those, because not because I don't like them, but because they probably have lots of money, lots of stuff worth quite a bit, and
and they seem to be the ones who were behind the guy on the floor here.
Right. I agree with
yes.
that.
Yeah, probably. They were that, probably. Yeah, we should do that. It's actually a public service we are doing. Yes. It's a good thing.
Okay, so for this adventure, everyone is going to get 250 experience points. It's kind of funny. I planned it tonight. Where Regan kind of just joined the group. I figured the assassins probably never really thought about her as a member, so they attacked the other people, the rest of you guys. But
poor her, she's the only one that got wounded.
She's the only one that got stabbed.
Yeah, she took one for the team, and actually, you know, that creates a bond of blood with us. So if anyone wants to stab me, you can take that wound for me too.
Is there any other questions?
No, I suppose anything else, like I'd like to investigate the assassins and so on. I'd really like to meet again with this assassin, because, you know, I could teach her a little bit, you know?
Well, the other assassins that are in the that you managed to kill, the ones that never got away, they all have the similar markings as of the eyes of the Azul.
Tattoos or brands?
Tattoos.
Okay.
So you might have survival. You could like skin them and like make art out of it.
Yeah, and if you think it doesn't get even more disgusting, well, you never know.
Man, oh man. And tonight's adventure was named, I wrote it down as Daggers in the Dark.
Very nice.
And that concludes tonight's episode.
Hey, thanks for putting it on.
Loud applause. Very well done.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Thank you. First of all, Mary, I'm glad that I hope you had a fun time, and I hope you enjoyed yourself.
Oh yeah.
Good. And I'm glad you're here. The more people that get to play, the better.
Yeah, and actually, next time you get better luck with your dice, probably.
Hopefully, I don't know. I think after those double ones, I might have to make up for that.
Well, yeah, that's the first time I've seen anyone roll 2 1s.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I've seen people roll double 20s, Septimus being one of them.
Yes, didn't roll a single one all night.
There's going to be payback. Crom is going to have issues with you. So yeah, no. So you guys, I had a couple options in there. You had a chance to save Rimaldo, but you took 1 round too long to get to the room, and then it would have been a different story. And you were 1 round too late to get a sight or possibly stop whoever was in the other room.
Yeah, I needed to eat, in the middle of the night, I had to act physically, and, that always makes me hungry.
I was like, what was funny? It was like everyone was lined up. I said, okay, great. You guys will bust in through the room and possibly catch someone in the act. And they won't, you kind of catch them as a surprise. And what happens? The priest decides to kick the door.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, yeah, he's gone. He's out of here. But anyway, yeah, so that's it. That's tonight's adventure. So the next one will be 2 weeks from now. And I'm thinking this Saturday coming. If you guys are interested, I'll just throw it out there. You guys can think about it. Don't have to answer right away. I'm gonna try to start doing a show called Single Shot Saturdays, where I'll pick a system. I'll make a bunch of random pre-gen characters, and the players will come in and they'll tell me what type of adventure they want to play, and we'll do it all on the fly, just to see what happens.
What kind of system do you think?
I'm thinking about going with Coriolis.
Cool.
That sounds.
Oh
like
yeah, I'd like to play.
Cool. That'll be Saturday. That'll be next Saturday. So it's just going to be completely random. You guys tell me the reason why the players will get together and tell me the reason why they're together, and we'll just see what happens. No notes, no nothing, just old school, making stuff up on the fly. See what happens.
Yeah, count me in. I'd be in on that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll send the invites out to everybody. And it'd be
Same
the
time?
Same time and place, yep.
Okay, cool.
All right. Well, I'm going to call it a night now. It's early morning for Frank, and it's late night for me.
Good night, y'all.
Well, thank you, everybody. And,
All right.
and again, welcome, Mary. It was nice meeting you.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. You guys.
All right, you guys take care.
Bye.